Hey people, welcome back, my CNAs. I hope that you are ready for another piece of content. We are in the process of moving to the new studio, and the coming content that we'll be following this week and the coming weeks will definitely center around that particular subject. So I think it's a very exciting process. I want to take you along with me, show you everything that is happening behind the scene as I'm getting myself situated in there. But before I continue, let me ask you this question. Did you subscribe? Well, I mean, now that you're here, you already like the content. You're already here. You already watch it. You might as well just push that button. Subscribe to the content, y'all. This is a great opportunity to follow me as a contemporary artist in this journey, not just life, the lifestyle, but also everything that's related to it. Like the video and also hit that notification bell. By hitting the notification bell, you make sure that you will never miss out on another video. You don't have to guess, you don't have to estimate, you don't need no indication. You will get a notification on your mobile phone or you will get it on your tablet showing that I have posted a new video for you all. So that's why the notification bell is there. Yes, it's not just for decoration, it's not to tease you, it's to make sure that you are always on the up and up and when there is a new video. So subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Okay, so I visited IKEA, bought a couple of small things over there that is like maybe 2 videos ago or something like that. And now I'm here assembling the stuff. Now listen, this is why I have my son for this. Okay, I don't do this type of ish. I don't do this. All right, I don't do this. I'm not the person who needs to assemble all of these things and put them together. That's why you got other people to do it. Now, my son likes doing this stuff, but he was not here to help me out, so I just have to do it myself. Now, it doesn't mean that I won't be able to do it because I will get to it. I'm just being dramatic, being a little bit dramatic. However, I'd rather have somebody else do it. Right? I'd rather have somebody else do it. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the neighborhood where I'm situated. So, I found a new studio in Amsterdam West. There's a spot where I actually stayed for a long time. This is the part of the city that I stayed for a long time before moving to Sandam. And I'm very familiar with the spot. Lots of little shops, great little shops, Arabic shops, Turkish, Surinamese, all of the things. Now, like any other part of Amsterdam, is pretty gentrified. Pretty gentrified. But yeah, that's like a development within a city that's almost inevitable, but it has its consequences, of course. What I am happy about is that the shops that I grew up with, like going to the Turkish shop and getting myself a dinner, and going to the Surinamese shop, getting my tropical fruits and other consumer goods, going to the Arabic stores to get your spices and everything else. I mean, I grew up doing that. I grew up between different cultures and nationalities in Amsterdam West. And for me, that is normal, right? Right on the corner. You feel like a donut, you feel like a kebab. Hey, let's go over there with extra garlic sauce. That is normal to me. That's also the way that my son grew up. So for him, that is also like a normal part of his life. I think that's the part of Amsterdam that I love so much. That it has so many different cultures that just influence each other, but also are just next of each other. It's normal. It makes Amsterdam actually. So I'm very, very, very pleased to be in that part of the city. It's also the part of the city that's close to the center of Amsterdam. So it's really easy for me just to take a tram and go over into the city, especially if I have to go and buy some art supplies. It is really easy for me to either take the metro or either take the tram. Now, I'm more inclined to take the tram. It's a lot easier. So it's a really good spot where I'm at. It's a really good spot. It's also 5 minutes away, walking distance from taking a bus or taking a tram, and also going home is easy. Like minimum is like 30 minutes, maximum maybe 45, but that doesn't really happen. The transition time between the buses that I have to take is really easy. Station, which is called Station Sloterdijk, or let me just say it correctly, just in the Dutch way, Amsterdam Sloterdijk. When you go over there, it's like 2 stops away with the bus, or 1 stop away. If I would walk 1 stop, I could take a tram, and it's 1 stop away from there. The station has buses, it has trains, so if it's not possible for me to take the bus, I can take the train, vice versa. Very multifunctional. Very multifunctional, which makes me, I'm just a happy camper about that, because it is literally just getting out of my bed, walking to the bus station, which is also just in front of my house, and then just, sitting and going to the spot where you need to be, go to the studio. It really excites me to have that, and to have it in a part of the city that I also enjoy being in. Now, I like Amsterdam just in general. I just like Amsterdam, but when you're familiar with a part of the city where you grew up, where you had your friends, where you would go to school, where you had your childhood memories, the good and the bad, yeah, that feels really good. It feels good. It feels good. So the reason why I came back to the studio is I need to decorate it a little bit, because at this particular point they announced that they would go and check the spaces if they were habitated. Meaning, do you got your shit in your place? Okay? Do you got your stuff sitting in there? Or at least give off the impression that there's something happening within the space that you are in. So that could be there are curtains hanging there, or you have your paintings, or whatever it is that you need your space for. In my case, it's going to be the paintings, of course. Do you have something in there that shows that you are actively using the space? And that's why they wanted to come by. Did you also hang the fire alarms, right? Smoking detectors. That's the right word. That's the correct word. Smoking detectors. I even got 2. One for the smoke, and the other one that is for smoke and for dangerous toxic fumes. And I noticed it. But that is for another video, because I'm going to talk about it in another video. But yeah, they want to check if you're already using the space actively, because that's the purpose. Using these type of buildings that are normally empty for the purpose that people can actively use them for whatever it is that they have attended to. So yeah, here you see me hanging up one of the curtains. It's like a plissé curtain. I don't know if I say it correctly in English, but in Dutch you would say plissé. It's just the way that it's folded. That's how they call it, plissé. Very good, budget-friendly alternative for curtains or other expensive things. They are, they make the whole room dark. They definitely do. So when I close these babies, they will definitely not give any opportunity for the sunlight to come in. And I was actually not. I was not prepared for that. I saw they were dark, but that dark, I was like, okay, that's actually pretty dark. That's very dark. So I do think that in time, I'm gonna trade them for the white ones, and I think they were like €7 a pop, so €7 a piece, and I have 2 pieces hanging over there. So it's pretty inexpensive, very inexpensive, and it looks great. It doesn't look cheapy. It doesn't look, like you just put something in there. No, it really looks great. But I definitely think I'm going to change them up for the white ones, just to have that sunlight coming in, or having the feeling of light coming through in the space. Because I can also imagine that when I'm working through the day and I don't want people to look into the space, I don't want to be completely sitting in the dark. Not completely. But for whatever reason, now it is sufficient. I mean, it's not a big issue. It's not a huge issue. I did already put up a lamp because there are two spots where you can put up a lamp. So I did already one. Unfortunately, the lamp that I bought, I I made a mistake with that because I was under the impression that this particular lamp that you can connect to a Wi-Fi hub could be sustained with an app that you can put on your phone, like the Hue lights that I have in my own home. However, this one doesn't work that way. You really have to buy a separate hub, connect that, and then you can use it with your app on your phone, the IKEA app. I bought it at IKEA, so I was kind of disappointed about that. But I'm like, you know what? It's hanging over there. It's already sitting there. And I like the atmosphere that it gives, the feel of it, how it looks. It's like this big bulb with a very interesting design. So I did not want to take it out. I didn't want to take it away. I was like, okay, well, then not. I'm not going to buy the hub because the hub is like 50 euros or something. And I rather have like something like the Hue light, something that you can just control with your app. You know, just download the app and control it with the Wi-Fi and connect it to the Bluetooth. Yeah, I'm spoiled like that. I know. But that will come later. That will come later. So already, I'm putting them into place because the way that you can attach them to the bottom of the window is by putting these Velcro strips. Now, those are the Velcro strips that I'm cutting up, and you can put them there at the bottom. So that's how you keep them down. And once you want to keep them up, then you release them from the Velcro strips and you just push it up and hook them with a clip. Now, the clip is not strong enough for it to hook it up all the way to the top. So you do have to have a little bit of margin, and then you can hook the clips to it, or else it will just jump off, just pop off, which was really weird to me. I was like, okay. But that's what you get for the price. I mean, that is what you definitely get for the price. So here is me unpacking the box of the organization that is renting out these spaces. And like I already said, they have a smoke detector, and they also have a smoke detector with a function that can trace any toxic fumes. Uh, More about that later on in another video. But yeah, I didn't screw them into the ceiling. I just used the double tape that they also gave us. So I just placed them against one against the ceiling and one against the wall. Oh no, I didn't. I placed them both against the ceiling. And that's what I did. I didn't have a bar stool, so I just used my I used the broom. I put them on the head of the broom and carefully just push them against the ceiling real quickly without activating them, because yeah, that sound is annoying. See? There it is. That's a smoke detector. So what is else in that box? So in the box there were, I think, there is a kit that you can use if there are any emergencies, emergency kit. There's also, I think, some other stuff that they placed for us when it comes to emergencies. Here, oh, check it out. Here, I took the broom, the head of the broom, and then I placed it against the wall, the ceiling. Listen, you gotta be inventive. You gotta be creative. No pun intended. So that's how I just put it over there. I mean, listen, I grew up in a household and I had a life where I just had to be creative with the things that I had. I couldn't stress myself out too much on the things that I did not have. Just work with what you got. Work with what you got. Here I received a flashlight, as you can see. Yeah, just for the moments when there is no light, I guess, when that happens. So the flashlight, put it back, and a whole heap of other stuff, which I think is great. I think that is amazing because the last thing that you have on your mind is buying these type of things to protect yourself for any danger. So I think that is good. And it's also a good welcoming package, making yourself feel at home in your own studio. So I'm just going through it and making sure that I use the things that are needed for the moment, and the rest I just, stashed away into the cupboard there in the back of my room. Okay, so this is how they look. These are, I forgot what the name of it is, but I cut out the name. So later on I will add it to the video, but these are so easy to attach because it has a glue strip. And to keep them up, they have these things, holders. And here below, there's Velcro. So here at the bottom, there's Velcro. And here below, there's Velcro. So if I want to shut them windows all the way, I just attach them with the Velcro. And they do not let light come in. So what I do, is one minor dislike, I think they're hanging pretty low. So if I do want to use most of the daylight, I think I'm gonna find a solution for that. So I can pin them up a little bit higher. But for the rest, I mean, they were so easy to attach and they look good. They do. Furthermore, I bought some clothes hangers, not much, piece of rug. This one that I just installed, I'm gonna buy two more of these. They fit in that narrow passage. And the light bulb, of course, of IKEA. Oh, she bright. Now the downside of it is I need Wi-Fi if I want to operate this as a smart lamp. Yes, this is a very smart bulb, light bulb. Um, that's the downside of it, but hey, with due time, I will correct it. I received an email from them. Them is being the people that are hiring this place. And them is the people that are renting this place. And the smoke alarm needed to be attached. You see it hanging over there. And it is crucial that at the moment that you get into this spot, you actually need to decorate it immediately. I haven't had the time to do that. Will be done this week. However, I already set a couple of pieces. I put, something for the windows so that nobody can watch, look in, look out, and see if there's somebody in here. So before I leave, I'm going to close one of them and the other one can stay open. I'm going to leave the bag in front of the window so that it looks that somebody is in here, because that is actually the point. It needs to look as if somebody is occupying the space. All right, because we do not want any people just coming and barging in, right? Not that it will happen, but that's the purpose. As soon as you get the keys, you should actually be. Listen, you need to be getting it. Okay, so here, I don't know why the audio got left out over here, so yeah, we're just gonna talk about it right now. So here, I'm just demonstrating everything and showing you all the space. I was talking about how I wanted to decorate the space and what I wanted to do with the floor. So I decided to paint the floor. You have this so-called concrete paint, floor paint, which is, it was a lifesaver, because the moment that I started to look for other alternatives like vinyl, things like that, I saw the prices and I was like, for this little space, I mean, that's costing more than what I'm renting it for. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I needed to look for something. I need to look for something that was, um, that I was like, yeah, that is more that's more acceptable. So I decided to do the floor paint, and I knew exactly the place where I could find it, and it was also, I think I used two tubs, and they were €9 each. So in total, it cost me €18 to paint the floor, and it looks absolutely amazing. More about that in another video, but yeah, that was a good example. Also here, I think I want to put here my working space. So um, I definitely want to place a plank. This is the cupboard, so I'm going to place my jacket here and all, minor stuff. Here, I want to use this as a gallery wall. So that means that whatever painting I have, I'm going to place it over here. Really hang it against the wall. Yes, hang it against the wall. That is the purpose of it. I do have an idea of continuing the podcast here in the studio. So having a gallery wall is also a really nice backdrop for that I can use. In this particular area, I want to place the paintings. So at the same place where I bought the floor paint, they also have these plastic tiles. Cheapy, very easy, very sturdy. I already checked them out, so I'm definitely going to buy them and show you all. There is where I'm going to place the paintings on the canvases so that they are not getting damaged because of the floor, because the floor is still concrete. the canvases are cotton. So if you move them around constantly or they are sitting there for quite some time, they get damaged, and I don't want that. So it's a great way for me just to protect not only my floor but also protect the paintings. And I also want to place a shelf above so I can place canvases that I've bought, right? Canvases that I've bought. Um, so yeah, here I'm just going through what it is that I really want to do, how I want to decorate it. Yeah, so just putting up. IKEA has a system where you can attach like this metal rod, and it's very small. You can place hooks to it, and that is a good way, a great way of hanging paintings. Maybe I'm going to use something else. I'm not really stuck to what it is that I want to do. It is just one of the two ways that one of the two options that I'm looking for. That I'm like, oh yeah, I can use it in that way. I can definitely do it in that way. So on the left side, next to the window, there's also a small piece. I have these shelves that I can put over there. There are these square shelves. They are Luck shelves, Lack. They're also at IKEA. I still have them here in my home. I don't use them. I think I have three of them, and they come in very handy to place, some stuff over there. I think my paintings, no, not my paintings. Um, you know, other stuff that I use to do my work. Okay, just to do my work. Just to do my work. Yeah, I bought a small carpet. Listen, I feel like I got robbed with that small petite carpet. I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. I felt robbed by that small carpet. That thing cost me 10 euros. That is not a 10-euro carpet. Come on now. Now, yeah, you see me here talking, but I don't know what happened to the audio. I think I did something while editing. So yeah. But anyways, so I do like making, tea and coffee. So I want to remove those two metal rods, and I think also the mirror, place it a little bit higher. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. Anyway, place something over there that I can make my coffee, my tea, I have my little spot that I can make those things, right? I don't ask for much, but if there's something I definitely need to have, is like something that, a coffee maker and, um, you know, something that I can make tea with, a tea cooker, a water cooker. That's really important for me. So, as you can see, in the corner, I placed that, um, I placed those things, right? That carriage. And I'm going to buy another one because that area is so small and tiny. It fits right in there. So it's really good. Um, so yeah, I'm also going to place a table, some chairs. It's going to be really easy for me just to maneuver myself around in the spot. You know, it's still a studio, so I'm definitely going to use it as a studio where I create. But I also want to have it as a spot that, listen, if there's somebody coming over, they want to see the work, curators, hey, you never know, people that are interested in buying and they want to make an appointment and see it, then I do want it to feel representative enough for people to come in and see it. So that's why I'm so busy making sure that everything is just clean and it looks decent. You know, it doesn't have to be a 5-star hotel, but it got to look decent. All right. I'm also going to clean up the walls by putting some paint over it. You know, nothing too special, nothing too fancy. You know, just put some paint over it because they are a little bit smudgy. Yeah, they are a little bit smudgy. When you look at it, when I'm standing in there, it doesn't look as big, but when you're there, it looks bigger. I can guarantee you that. I was looking at the video, I was like, man, that looks like a tiny space. But when you're there, it's not a tiny space. It doesn't feel tiny at all. It feels spacious. That's why sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed in spaces like that because I'm like, oh, how am I gonna do that? And I don't want to stuff it with stuff, right? I just want to keep it plain, simple, and functional, but still cozy. I mean, listen, my horoscope sign is Cancer. We like cozy things, all right? All right, we like cozy things. So I'm still gonna do that. Okay, so this is one of the many tours that I'm going to give you all, and through the process you're going to see how I'm going to fill it in, how it's going to be decorated, how it's going to get It's shiny and everything. So I'm really excited for that, right? I'm gonna see y'all at the next video. Subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. See y'all soon. Bye, y'all.